Hello, welcome back to another video in this Airbnb clone Ruby on Rails series. This is part 30. In last video, we set up this header or headline, and these share and save buttons. They are not fully working right now, and there are some bugs. So the issue with our this icon is that on home we just have icon and don't have saved, and that's why we set up our controller directly on the SVG. So if you go to the code in index, you'll see that we have set up our data controller, data related attributes directly in SVG. But now in our home property page, we have wishlist icon plus a text which says either save or saved. So now we have to set it up on its parent element, which is either a div or a span. I'm not sure. It's a span. Yeah. So what we will do is we will fix this on property page first, and then based on that we will fix it on home page. So let's start with that. So if I click on the icon, it is working correctly. But if I click on the entire item, it is not working, right? Because we have set up our controller as well as our action, which is click, on this SVG. So it has nothing to do with our span. Okay, I hope that makes sense. I'll remove this to do because we are doing this right now. So I'll copy all these data related attributes. Okay. Controller, user logged in status, property ID, user ID, wishlist ID, data action, and data status, and set it up in our span directly. Okay. So that's one. Now let's check this again. If I click, it's not visibly working, but I think it should be working. If I currently it's saved, click, refresh, it's gone. Click, refresh, and it's added again. Just give me a minute. I just have to. Okay. Yeah. So this is sort of working, but the UI is not getting updated. So let's check our controller. It was part of our JavaScript controller, which is wishlist controller.js. Now this element, this is getting saved to our database. That means API call is successful. UI part is not successful. That also means we can go to our add to wishlist. There is problem in this, and it makes sense. This dot element. Okay. Now focus on this dot element. This is actually our span and not SVG anymore. But at this in these two lines, we want to change the color of the SVG. We want to add properties to SVG and not our element, right? So how can we do this? We can set up a target here. So we already have a controller. So we can set up target for this. Let me do this at bottom. Data. How do we set targets? You use data attribute followed by the controller name wishlist dash target. I think so. And I'll write this as icon. And in our wishlist controller at top, I'll define these target static targets, which is an array. I'll write it as icon because that's what we have set up, right? Now we can use this. Whenever we try to use this icon target, it basically means that we can use this SVG. And if we can use this SVG, that also means that we can control its classes. So let's try that. I'll first change this and write this as this dot icon, which is the name of our target name, and followed by target. Then this same thing dot what is this? Yeah, dot class list dot remove, and this, and same thing for our last one. So basically, instead of using this dot element, we are using this dot icon target. Let's do the same when we are removing it. Remove primary and add none. Let's get rid of these. Let's refresh and see if it works. It is working correctly. Now we just have to focus on the text part. So this should change, right? Again, it's exactly same. We can set a target for this SVG also. So let's do that. And let's make it a bit data followed by the controller name, which is wishlist, followed by target. We can name this as text. So you see that I'm keeping these name, which is text and icon, thinking that I will have to use it as icon target, text target. So if I would have written it as icon target directly here or something like this, then I would have had to return this. I would have written this here as icon target, which would have been really bad, right? So yeah, you can always keep these things in mind. So now I'm writing text, which I can use as text target. Again, I'll have to add it to our targets. So let's use text. How do we want to change this? If the API call is successful when adding a property to wish list, I can use text target dot class list dot. I have to change inner text, which can be saved, I think. And in this case, when we are removing a property from wish list, it will be saved. Let's do this. It did not work. Why it did not work? Oh, it's not class list. There is nothing like class list in this. Let's do this again. It is working correctly now. Okay. Now remember that we have saved this. Okay. Yeah, this property too. So let's go to our Airbnb. Okay, we have nothing visually to compare which was property to. But anyway, we have saved a lot of properties, but we have changed our wishlist controller. And on home screen, we don't have icon target, we don't have text target. So this will create issue. Let's see. Click. First of all, we are not able to register click correctly. Let me check. I think okay. Whenever there is issue related to like I have implemented the click functionality, when I click on it and something else happens, my first assumption is that I haven't used e.prevent default. That's because I've run into this a lot of times. So on home screen on our index, we are using this action, which is in turn using update wishlist status. So I'll capture this event and I'll use prevent default. I hope this will capture this correctly. Yes, but the UI is not working. Let's see this. On the first property, if I click it, refresh, we can see that it got removed from wishlist. Again, click, refresh, sorry, click, refresh, and it has been saved. So it is working correctly, but the UI is not getting updated. Why? Again, targets. We don't have text target, so what I'll do is if this dot text target is available, then only we will do this. Okay, sorry, same thing goes here in our adding case. Now we just have to use this icon target correctly. So if I go to index, I can set up a target here also. In index, I'm setting my target directly on the SVG part. Okay, SVG name of the controller is wishlist target, and I'll write it as icon. Let's see. Refreshed, all our properties are saved to wishlist. Let's remove them one by one. Sorry. Yeah. Refresh, and all of them have been removed. Let's add, refresh working. Let's click multiple times and let's go to this property. It has been saved. Let's remove this. It has been removed. So it has been saved. It has been saved. So it is working correctly. It looks good also. So I think it's sort of solved. Yeah, you can change the if you want to change the border color, you can do that also in here. Like you just have to check what the target is, maybe name it a bit differently, and change the border also if you want to do it. Uh, in my case, should I do it? No, I'm not worried about that. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. It's fine. You can do that on your own. And this was a nice example. It might, if we copy this code in our chat in ChatGPT, we might find ways to improve this further. But one thing I'm happy about is that in this controller, we have used three things from our stimulus. One is, let me open stimulus. Yeah. So there are three things in stimulus: data action, targets, and yeah, those are the main things actually. Controller, target, and action. So we have used controller, we have set up our targets, and we have also used actions. So this looks good to me. Let me know your thoughts, and we'll see what we do in next video. I think I can keep this as a standalone video. Uh, so yeah, thank you. Bye bye.